welcome to the new series on 208 called Fix It. Here we fix basically cars, anything from the basics to building stuff and going out, testing them on drag strips, tracks, streets, basically taking junk and fixing it. That's the name of the game. So the very first episode, I figured it would be the best, be the easiest to do something very basic, very simple, something that everybody can do, something that everybody can do, something that everybody has to do to their car, a very basic oil change on any vehicle. For today's episode, you'll need just a few tools. You won't necessarily need them all. I'll point out the ones that you will need. The other ones are just options. So you can do this at home, follow along. Very first thing you'll need is a 15 millimeter socket drive, 1/2 inch or 3/8. You can also use a wrench. I recommend using metric though, not standard. Don't want to strip anything. You also need an oil pan, so it's not going on the ground, not ruining the environment. As much as I say I'm not a tree hugger, still can't ruin my driveway. And then of course, to dump into the oil pan, or dump the oil in, you'll need a funnel. Now, things that are more optional, use this to tighten your oil filter. It's always a good idea to go a little tighter than hand tight, just so there is no problems with the thing coming loose. And I want to make sure that the drain bolt is tightened down, so I'm going to use a 1/2 inch torque wrench to make sure the thing is tightened down to 20 foot-pounds. And then at your local automotive store, you go to the oil section. There will be a booklet or a computer or a tablet, and you just look up your specific vehicle and it'll tell you what you will need for oil. So on the vehicle we're doing today, a 2004 Ford Escape, we need a 5W30. We would go ahead and went with the high mileages just because the vehicle has over 100,000 miles. And along with our oil filter, we made sure we went with another high mileage oil filter. And let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so I went ahead and jacked up the vehicle already using my floor jack and jack stands. Don't necessarily need to do that, but in order to get under the car comfortably and to show you guys, I had to raise it up. You can do this in your driveway. You can use a piece of wood to lift the thing up. You can use virtually anything if you plan on doing this yourself. So first things first, I put a piece of cardboard underneath. Put a piece of cardboard down there just to catch any drippies, anything that goes over the drain pan that misses, just so there is no cleanup at the end. Just you pick the thing up and throw it in the garbage and it's somebody else's problem. So I'm gonna place this underneath by the bolt. Now you want to make sure that the car engine has cooled down. Say you just took this out for a cruise around the town playing Pokemon. You want to make sure that the engine is cooled off a bit. Don't go touching it right as soon as you got out of the car. It will burn you. It is hot. Alright guys, so we're under the car. First thing you want to do is locate your drain pan, your oil pan, whatever you want to call it. Now it is up to you how high you want to jack it up. You can use a creeper if you like, so you're not on the floor. How you want to go is, well, as high as you want to go, as high as your jack stands or your floor jack can go. Now, first thing you want to locate is the drain bolt. It's either going to be in the back of the pan or on the other side. You never see it really in the front, just because it's a bad location. It's a bad location to put it on the front. So you want to, this oil will come out somewhat at a high pressure, so you want to make sure that you have this placed in the right spot, not directly underneath it, a little farther out. And you want to go ahead and loosen the bolt. And now it will gush a bit, so be prepared for that. Alright, so whoever put this thing on, put at least 100 pounds on the torque. So sometimes you'll have to use a breaker bar, which is just a bar with more leverage, so you can get more leverage. But now that I have it loosened, you can do it by hand. I would recommend doing it by hand so you don't lose the bolt, but it's going to start leaking, so make sure you're ready for it to catch it. When the bolt comes off, you want to make sure the washer comes with it. If the washer doesn't come with it, go back to the meeting spot. If it's not there, go digging through your oil. And if it's not in the oil, you probably didn't have one. Recommend going out to buy a washer. You always want to make sure you have a washer, especially when you're trying to hold back liquids. That's why we put cardboard down. So you just want to let this drain out, clean any excess that went off. Like I said, you don't want anything on your floor. Oil is a mess. So you want to empty this first. Make sure that the oil pan is empty. Put your bolt back on. Make sure you tighten it down. I would say 20 foot-pounds, or as tight as you can go, hand tight, and then a little more tighter. And then you want to go to your oil filter and change out your oil filters. We'll come to that next. All the oil has dripped out, so we're going to go ahead and replace this. The oil is done draining, so we're going to go ahead and put this back on, and we're going to torque it down, like I said, to 20 foot-pounds with your torque wrench. If you don't know how to use a torque wrench, it's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. You put it to the desired weight that you would like to achieve, and you tighten it until you hear the click, and the click tells you you're at that weight. Did you hear that? I did. So this is torqued down, so that's done and over with. Now we're gonna move to the oil filter. So next step, like I said, you wanna do the oil filter. So you wanna locate your oil filter. This looks like it is right up here. And let me tell you, the oil filter is I call it the devil, because sometimes it is in the worst possible place in the world. I think it's the very last thing they think of when they built a car, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get out. So here we go. And this thing is a disaster. Oil leaks everywhere. When you get this thing off, you want to make sure it has the O-ring on it. Like the washer, you want to make sure that it's always there, especially when you're dealing with liquids. So it's a tight seal. If it does not have the O-ring on this, check up on the where it bonds to. If it's not there, you have a real problem. Now you want to compare your new one to your old one just to make sure that they resemble each other, they're the same. First thing you want to do, make sure it drains all the way out. After it drains, you want to take your finger, dab it in the old one, and you want to lube up the new oil ring on this. You never want to go in dry. And once you have that, you can go ahead and reattach or screw in this new one. It's easy as it seems. And you want to make sure it's just as tight as you possibly can go. Unfortunately, I can't get the wrench in there to make it tighter than hand tight, so I'm gonna try to get it as tight as I can go. Now that we have all the under the car operations done, drain the oil and replacing the filter, you can go ahead and lower the car now because everything is gonna be done up here. So let's go ahead and lower it. You want to look in your owner's manual to see what type of oil it requires and how much. So a little handy thing, it will say, most of the time, it will say what kind of oil you need. It does say 5W20, but we decided to use 5W30, basically the same thing. That's basically it for a nice simple oil change. You just gotta remember, you gotta drain the old oil, change the filter to a new filter, and then put oil back in and double check it to make sure you are in the right spot. Don't want to be too low. Don't want to starve your engine of oil. That's what keeps your engine lubricated. It's always a good idea to keep it lubricated. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first installment of Fix It. There'll be plenty more to come along with more reviews. Thanks again for watching Fix It, the 208 Garage. P.S. Check out this new shirt that I got specifically just for this show.